right.
All righty, folks. Open singles continues here at the 2024 Great Lakes Classic in Lansing, Michigan. Modern Foos coming alive. Bringing to this one on the left-hand side with possession. Akdular on the right-hand side. Michael Stahl in this 3-5 match.
The real question is there overtime in the third?
Daryl Murray, 31 on table 18. Daryl Murray, 31 on table 18.
Akdular up. 2-0.
Jim Chandler, 31 on table 19. Jim Chandler, table 19.
And Ack is the number 21 seed. Stahl is the number 4 seed. And on the way to this match, Stahl had a bye. He defeated Glenn Moretz, and he defeated Jonathan Chang. And Akdular's path here was a first-round win over Ethan Whale, I believe, and then a second-round match over Frank Kronkowski, and then he beat Sean Lee, the number 5 seed. So one of the names that kind of came up earlier when we were talking about Sam's chances of making it to the final. That number 5 seed, Sean Lee, is out.
Ack did I tried to hit the replay timer fast enough to catch, but Ack did just this amazing 2-bar push kick pass to his 5 along the wall. Excited to see what else he has up his sleeve here.
Did you get it in time or no?
No, I did not. No, I'm hitting down here, and that's you need to hit up. I need to hit up there.
Yeah, it's a it should. Yeah, the hinge is here, so just press up there on all 3 of those.
Brian Piper, table 22. Brian Piper, table 22.
Oh my goodness!
That is a steep. What a keep out by Stahl there. That was a super steep chip. Yeah, whatever. Steep chip. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Why can I say that, but I can't stay?
I don't understand.
Can't say or steep or chip or stip. Stipend. I need more money.
Stipend. You're right, though. That was an incredibly steep chip. That was amazing.
Oh, just show off.
I'm sorry, dude. Steep chip, steep chip, steep chip. Michael Stahl did a great contain as well. That was a good play all the way around for both players. 3-1. A lot of energy down there. Whew.
It's always weird when I can hear someone 30 feet away when they're talking to someone 3 feet away.
It's not even a math problem. It's just more of a who raised you problem.
I wish I had the OBS mute button so I could say a thing and you would think I was saying it to the stream.
3-1 in favor of Akdular. Stahl is doing what he's capable of doing, but not connecting with it. From the 2 to the 5.
We've been here at 3-1 for a minute.
We have. We saw, Stahl has had an opportunity or so there on the 3. A quick attempt at a slingshot. Did not work out for him. Aguilar, though, puts that one away. 4-1. Timeout called from Aguilar.
Take a peek here. This is intentional. He chips this up. You can see where he's set up, and as soon as Stahl goes in that, he just flips it right through that hole there. And Aguilar has left the scene of the crime. Come back with some water, though. So there you go. So the most unnecessarily loud conversation in the room is just so happens to be 10 feet away from our mics. My numbers are off there, but the idea is right.
Yeah. Back on the 2. Ooh. That. Another opportunity. He did not connect on his 5 from this pass. Swatted by Stahl. Two to the 5 from Stahl.
Poor guy thought he was coming over here to say something nice, and I didn't let it happen.
On the 5 to the 3. Gotta call a timeout here. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Down the middle he went. 4-2.
Stahl is one of these players that you can't just be comfortable with 4-1.
Wow. Well, there's a flippy there, and Aguilar goes up 1-0.
Foosball Clubs USA, paving the way to a bright future. Connecting players from across the country and around the globe. From beginner to serious competitor. Foosball Clubs USA helps build relationships through scholastic, recreational programs, and community outreach. Foosball, a sport for all seasons and all players. Get in the game. Visit foosballclubsusa.com.
All right, let's have a look at that last shot that Aguilar did to put it away. My gosh, that was so steep. You would need an oxygen tank to get to the top of it.
Did I hear ostrich slash oxygen slash estrogen?
I'll do that again.
Okay.
Let's look at that one more time. Oh, that was so steep. You need a oxygen slash oxygen slash estrogen. What?
What is this on?
It was a good shot.
Oh, there we go. There, that's flat now. All right.
They just messing around. What's that? They just messing around. That's not playing like seriously. No, you beat me straight up.
So this is the question, though. We see Michael Stahl get into these situations where he's playing somebody that's playing
Give yourself some credit.
quickly as well. Aguilar won. How does Michael respond? With all the ability that he has, does he slow it down and think it out, or does he continue to play fast?
Do we have a man replacement going on here? Oh, we got table maintenance headed this way. Okay.
But yeah, do your thing. That's fine.
More Tennessee. More Tennessee. Welcome to the Tennessee Invitational Twitch stream. Philly Foos. Isn't it weird that Philly and Foos start with different letters?
Nebraska?
What a useless H.
All right. Game number 2 underway. Stahl. We saw him with all that ability continue to play a game. I'm not entirely sure. Like, he's capable of doing this, but man, in these situations, Stahl were to slow down just a titch, just be a little more intentional, it'd be fierce.
We don't have passing or shooting stats this match. The great Danilo Vatel is in a match, which looks to have just finished. So we still won't have stats for this one, but maybe the next one. And I gotta admit, I think I might just rely on the math too much now, because it's easy to look up and see, oh well, he's shooting blah blah blah, or he's not clearing blah blah blah, or whatever. It feels like Ack is just having his way on all the rods. Stahl just hadn't quite figured out the rhythm yet. That was good D, by the way. Aguilar trying to cut it back to that near side corner, and Stahl was just all over it. Comment in the chat there says, shout out to all our Foos family. I think soon you'll see Stahl switch to the rollover if he doesn't find a way to make success with this pull shot. He has a really good pull shot. It's just not going for him, and he has a heck of a rollover. His game is well-rounded. His mechanics on all the rods, kind of like Sam DeJean. You know, I brag about Sam's mechanics being just borderline perfect, and Stahl is in the neighborhood there with his mechanics as well. I mean, his 5-bar passing, his 3-bar shooting. He can shoot from the back. He can pass from the back. I think his mechanics are incredible.
So what holds him? What holds him back? Oh.
They get a pass. They've given us a lot of Table 1 entertainment, so those two get a pass.
That was stuffed back by Aguilar, the 5. 2-0.
Sorry for the distraction. I was about to put the mute button out there in the universe again. What were you asking me?
I was asking you, so Michael, as you point out, and I 100% agree, rollover, as you called, was going to happen. Michael Stahl has all that ability.
Yeah.
Don't see him in the finals of open events at very large tournaments. What is the difference there?
There it is. Just get you one on goal and let it wiggle in. Mm-hmm. Well, for one, there's a lot of good players in foosball. I mean, we saw him at the Illinois State Open Doubles Final, which is a tournament that had Brandon Munoz, Kevin Romero, some other good players that I just can't think of off the top of my head. And he made it to the finals with Frank Gronkowski and was not able to pull it off. That's the one where Sullivan Rue and Isabel Stelly famously won. But I think it's, dude, if you're not regularly in that top 5, it is hard to get your what's the word I'm looking for? To be seen, to get your those final-ish matches into the mix, because, you know, think about it. What at the big tournaments, who's winning those? You know, take Worlds for example. Trevor was the open singles champion at Worlds, but look at who he beat on the way there: Tony, Tommy, Brandon, Ryan. And it's hard to get in that. It's hard to break into that mix. So yeah. I think part of it with Stahl is where he goes deep are tournaments that aren't necessarily help me tap dance around this. Tournaments with good finishes, but the coverage, you don't see them on Instagram. You have to pay to watch them. Like, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to not be rude about it, but everybody will see this. We have plenty of people here watching this for free right now.
Yeah. And
so people, if we covered all these, and he goes this deep, this is a match for 5th or 6th, and this is not at all unexpected or I would say uncommon.
No.
And so if these were the tournaments and this was the coverage, you'd see him all the time.
Yeah.
You'd see him all the time. And maybe not in the finals, maybe not near the finals. Maybe you get to the quarterfinals and then you find out your Brandon Munoz's are there, or your Kevin Romero's are there, or your Tommy Yours are there, Ryan Moore, you know, and that's a different echelon of player to beat. And I think Stahl can hang with them. And by the way, his rollover is bad news for the opponent right now.
Yeah.
And he took a nice long walk during that timeout. Still going to go 2-5. He has a cannon from the 2-bar too. He could totally shoot. And if he struggles too much more with this 2-5, you might even see him.
Holy heck, he's fired up.
Yeah. This is dangerous Michael Stahl right here.
Yeah.
This is not funsy ball.
No.
He's smiling right there, and it is fun.
No.
But he's not just screwing around.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is high practice, high caliber foosball.
That was a flippy, but way off the hole. That was a flippy angle attempt.
He's just attacking right now.
Obliterates that push side.
Ready? Yes.
3-3.
Ready? Yes.
What a pass. I turn the music off or what? It got real quiet. It's the opposite of what happened earlier.
What a pass to his middleman. Puts that one away and ties it up 4-4.
Ready? No.
Smart. Smart. Are you ready? No. Walks off. Timeout. That's his second, right? Or is that his first? I want to check out this. Oh, it is his first. Check out this play from a moment ago. This pass from Stahl. He just brushes it down from that second guy. How do you see that coming? And I do think Stahl is one of these players. You know, we talk about the hyper-talented player like Billy Pappas, Ryan Moore, some of these guys who could just get to the table. You show them and they do it first try. I wouldn't say that Michael Stahl is quite to that level, but he does have a natural ability. Maybe he practiced that 1,000 times. Maybe he just made it up on the spot.
Yeah.
I've never seen him do that pass.
No. And that's the thing. And you talk about that, too, with those the upper echelon of player. That spark, that ability to just, like, make magic happen and just, like, it's synthesis. It's just doing something you've been seeing or doing or thinking about and just creating it in the moment.
This is dangerous right here for Aguilar. He just tried 2 left-handed 5-bar shots. Not the play.
Game ball. Aguilar, rollover position, 4-4. Rocking defense from Stahl. Slows it down, grabs it, picks it up, goes back to his zone. Stahl looking to pass now. 2 to the 5. Just missed. Back to the 3 of Aguilar.
For Stahl, just stay in this standard defense. Don't let him chip this up. Smart.
Taken away by Stahl.
He teased it.
Calls his final timeout. Whew. It's intense.
Yeah.
I like it.
And he's not just calling timeout and stepping away from the table. He's leaving.
Yeah.
He's over at the trophy station. You can't even see him on this camera from behind the booth. Walking over, getting the
He adjusted
swig.
He adjusted a picture that was over there. That's focus.
I got Steve got one left. Okay. Yep. Ready? Yes.
Michael Stahl is out of timeouts. Aguilar has 1. 4-4. Second game. Open singles. Beginning the drive from the 2 to the 5.
That 5-bar shot's wide open off that pass.
From the 5 to the 3 to the rollover position.
He doesn't have one here to burn. It's a long possession.
It was another opportunity on the 2 to the 5. I think he saw that early on and just didn't pull the trigger. If he gets it again, he's going within 2. See if he sees that pull side now. Resets, sets up. 4-4.
You see like a funky left-handed pull kick or something. Feels like that's in his repertoire.
Yeah, Yeah. Aguilar takes his final timeout.
Or repertoire, as someone might say. Or armoire, as somebody really wrong would say.
As an antiques dealer would say.
Ready?
All right. We're playing this one till it's over.
Act back into it. No timeouts anywhere. 4-4 second game. Eases that to his 5. Almost stolen away by Stahl.
That is not the play. He did that twice earlier, and that you're really. It is a high risk situation, man.
Game point for Stahl. Whiffs that. No timeout. Has to go quick. And he does. Two-bar shot from the left hand from Aguilar. Michael Stahl driving it up the table. The 5-bar shot, as you said earlier, Clay.
Yeah.
He attempted it there. Picked up.
Wow.
On the 3 of Stahl. That one just meandered to his 3. Opportunity here to put this one away. No timeout. Pull shot position. Stahl almost put that one away, but he didn't. He ends up with it again on his 2-bar. Looking to put the drive up there from his 2. But Aguilar takes it away. No timeouts. Walking it around. Opportunity here. Puts that one away. He is up 2 games to nothing.
I think the better way to say what I was trying to say when nobody but you could hear me was the fact that I was saying, you know, like I'm reading with my perspective. I'm seeing what's happening in the match, and I'm saying, I think Act's going to do this, or I think this is one of his possibilities, and then it happens. To me, that's not really a predictive thing. That's just reading what's happening in the moment, and that's why I think that those are ill-advised plays. The 3 5-bar shots, the 2-bar, whatever it was with the left hand, and I think I would not have seen that coming from Stahl. I made the same read that the option was there, but I wouldn't have expected him to do that. And I think that's why I have different opinions of a similar situation. I don't think it's that similar. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, it's not. It wasn't similar at all. No. No, and that's a level of nuance or understanding I think that's important. At any level of foosball. What a pass that was.
Yeah, you heard Stahl there. He's giving it back because he's calling a distraction on himself. That's the right play. Another chip up. Here's that first goal. He's intentionally hitting this. Why am I not getting the... there you go. Where he's just angling it right through that reverse defense. And it's not as tight of a hole as it might look like. That's a pretty easy shot to hit if you practice it.
There is that 2-bar push kick along the wall, blocked by Stahl.
Ill-advised. He's 0 for 4 on that. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And you're passing well. You're not struggling. You're throwing haymakers in a boxing match where jabs are working.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know why. I can't explain that. I just immediately like it.
Yeah. That pass?
Yeah. The pass and then the slingshot.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to my therapist about this, because that's starting to bother me a little bit. It's a clean pass straight into a slingshot that's on goal. That's that same shot. Maybe that's the difference. One's on goal, one's not even getting past the 5-bar.
Right.
I don't know. We'll talk to the doc.
Yeah, you and the doc will figure that one out.
I actually have my first therapy appointment soon.
Yeah?
First in years, decades probably, other than court mandated, which is a different story. Yeah, the last Wednesday of the month, I think it is.
Nice.
I'll give that a whirl for about a year.
I'm a fan of therapy.
Oh yeah, I think everybody should go therapy. Even if you think life is all good.
Maybe even especially if you think that.
Yeah, maybe it sucks and you just don't know it. And you need a black leather couch to help you find it. I'm actually miserable. What's in this couch?
I haven't found a lot of answers on the black leather couch.
Whoa.
2-0 in favor of Aguilar.
I think what I'm most impressed here with Aguilar's performance, not so much the offensive, because it's hard to play good defense against someone who can clearly play foosball. I think what I'm most impressed is the defensive effort that he's put against Michael Stahl's 3-bar, because Michael's got game and he has options. He started with the pull, switched to the roller, and he can play ball. And this defense has been very tricky the entire match.
Yeah. That one rattles in. I think one other thing about Aguilar's play, it's been fearless. He just continues, and we talked about this quite a few times over the course of this weekend so far, is that you just have to go in there and dance with who brung you. I don't think Aguilar is playing any other game besides the one that he normally plays, and it's working for him.
Well, it's interesting, a comment that he made between game 1 and 2. I don't remember if this is when we were running the ad or not, but after he won that first game, across the table, he said to Stahl, he goes, "You're just playing around with me." So he might not have any pressure because he thinks Stahl is just goofing around. Stahl is not just goofing around.
No.
Aguilar is playing good foosball right now, so I don't know. Maybe there's something to that.
There is. If you release all restraints that you feel are upon you, most of them your own restraints, who knows how high you can rise. Stahl. Pull shot position.
Eric Martin.
Stahl, 2 to the 5, beginning his drive up the table. We've seen him have 2 attempts on the 3 to no avail. He needs to call a timeout if he gets it on the 3 again. Down 2 games to nothing. And when I say timeout, I mean just do something different.
There's the difference. Shoot a tic-tac slingshot.
I'm cool with that. That looked fine. Didn't connect, but I mean, wow.
Oh my goodness.
What a fakie. Looked like he was in that wall pass, but went to the middleman.
Exactly. He set that up for about 3 possessions now.
Oops.
Yeah, that's Stahl is teasing that angle. He's putting that reverse out there so that chip up is there, and then he's taking it away.
Yeah, and we talk about that, having a toolbox, having a lot of options for you, and he's been setting up that 2 to the 5 pass, that middleman. That 5-bar shot pass, or 5-bar shooting, he hasn't set up at all.
He's 0 for 5.
Yeah.
And someone in the chat did said, I think a couple of those 5-bar shots were high lane attempts. A couple of the high lane attempts may have looked like shots, but he has taken at least 5 shots that were clearly shots from the 5-bar, and he hadn't made one yet. It's going 2 to the 3 there. you go. Fist bump it. That's what
Love
you
it.
do.
Love it.
Yeah.
That is the way to do it.
Ready?
No table tap here.
Celebrate it, man. If you're ashamed of it, don't keep it. That's another 5-bar attempt. You see his 3-bar lift up?
Yeah, I mean, you're not here to apologize when you play. The air is free. Breathe it in. We're not here. Make apologies. Beautiful 5-bar shot and a recoil from the 3. Stahl pumping himself up to get back in this one. It's a big hill to climb. He's down 2-0 in this open singles match.
It's one of the things I like about Stahl's game. If you ever see him shoot a 5-bar shot, there will be a 3-bar recoil every time if it scores. And again, look at this reverse, and then he'll take it away. Reverse and take it away, and I don't think Aguilar knows what to do after that.
See if he might try to bomb something.
God, it feels like it, and I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And he can do slingshots. He can do push kicks. That one's just straight up the middle.
One time on that's your second, I think.
Match point. Who's calling the timeout?
Aguilar.
Yeah, that is his last.
Take a peek at this shot from a moment ago. Oh, that was the 5-bar shot, yeah. Where you can see it's right at the beginning of this. You can see his 3-bar lifting up as he's going there. That's a shot all day. Not catching it with your face. Although, I don't know. Maybe some people like to catch the ball with their face. Do is definitely trying to just end it by any means necessary. Comment in the chat there.
All right, we get back to this one. Oh, the 5-bar, my goodness gracious. What a shot. It is 4-4. It's still a match point for Aguilar. Hard along the wall. Aguilar, match point. Michael took a timeout.
Yes. And you see, this is why it's smart. He left the opponent just sitting at the table. I had a chance to win the match. I could have ended it all right there. I got blocked and couldn't reel in the rebound. He is struggling with that mentally. He's going over to talk to his homies in the bleachers there. He does have a fan base here. You will hear them if he manages to pull this out. But match point for him, and it feels like it's a mile away.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Stahl, 1 timeout left. Aguilar out of timeouts in his 3rd game. Aguilar up 2-0, 4-4. Stahl beginning his drive from the 2 to the 5. Loses that to the 5 of Ack. Hard along the wall, no timeouts left. Rollover position.
Killer defense, man. Michael figured that out, and he's just absolutely shut down that 3-bar.
There's that push kick pass on the 2 to the 5. Another match point opportunity from Aguilar. Rollover position, puts that one away, and there you have it. In 3 games, Michael Stahl is defeated by Aguilar in open singles, who moves on to the next round.